2 months ago, I seeded my vegetable garden for the first time after long absence of vegetable gardening. I did find this particular lot, and I seeded my favorite eating vegetable, namely like a Chinese uh, Shanghai bok choy and mizuna and daikon radish. Daikon radish, I remember my grandma when I was a kid used to grow daikon radish, and she sent them when they are very tiny. And so they make a miso soup with this thin daikon radish leaves, which was so delicious, tender and delicious. And so I kind of miss that taste. So I seeded, and then now it's yeah, success and failure. It is very, very easy to germinate, and lots of them germinated, but soon after, the flea beetle came over and decimated all the brassica crops. That means daikon radish, mizuna, and broccoli also, and also Shanghai bok choy. So I show you how this made it. This is daikon radish, and there's lots of holes there. But this one it just started to grow, even though it was lots of holes in the leaves. And so I'm hoping, and I started to eat this daikon radish leaves now, and it's delicious. And this is mizuna. Mizuna is like leaves very serrated, and plus this damage of the flea beetle. I would never be able to eat this, and hoping that's stops. You can see the flea beetle over here, all over. And because of me trying not to using the insecticide, and so it's impossible to control the flea beetle. This is the Shanghai bok choy. And it's also devastated by the flea beetle. Yeah. And some of the vegetable like the cilantro came up here, and it is flea beetle never touches it. So it's very healthy looking cilantro. It's still tiny. And this is the seeded okra here, so hopefully that's gonna grow and I can harvest okra. This one is a red leaf lettuce, and this is a plant that I bought as a small seedlings, tomato and zucchini. As you can see, maybe you can see here, the zucchini is growing there. This is broccoli. Also, broccoli is decimated by flea beetle. As you can see, lots of flea beetle here, and it's almost like a gross to look at it. But then again, they attack the brassica species, but not attacking the tomato plants or zucchini plants at all. Pepper plants it start to have a fruits there, but very, very small statue, and like also growth is stunted or something. So I don't know, this is something I have to worry about. But there's a kitty flowers there, they're beautiful, and you can see some of them are fruiting. Skinny plants there. So all these places I realized that I have to continuously seed them. So a couple of weeks ago I seeded komatsuna, lavender, and all those squash, melon, all these things. It hasn't come out yet. So that it diversity control the insect or something. So I don't know. It doesn't control, but maybe by diversifying, probably the soil is better. So I thought that the weed also I should let them grow, but some of the weed, for example, this weed. This is a buffalo bar nightshade. It's very, very spiny, and the flowers are pretty, yellow flowers, but I have to get rid of that. This is kind of a bothersome, annoying plant. Lots of pigweed, spurge, pigweed here growing, and sow thistle. This is a sow thistle there. Yeah. This is a pigweed. This is a cucumber. It's coming out very nicely over there. This is a sow thistle here. And I remember why I stopped vegetable garden a long time ago. When I first started, maybe 30 or 40 years ago, my garden, I also, started the vegetable garden as well. But then sooner or later, perennial, for example, is much easier. The roses, for example, much easier, carefree and everything. But the vegetable is all like a very intense care, like watering, fertilizing, and insect attack. All these things, vegetables are very difficult. And what I learned is like after researching, there's this synergological farming, which is that you don't cultivate the soil, you don't weed, you don't water, you don't do anything, and then the plants, vegetables that you're growing grow better in that kind of environment. Better means maybe producing the crops wise, I think it's less effective, but as a plant, I think it's much more delicious and much more, like healthier, probably, yes. But then, after that, I was also read a lot of criticism about this ecological farming, about the yields of the crops much less, and again there's a lot of insect attack and weed attack and everything, as well as I understand that the soils are much healthier by not cultivating, and that all the different species of weeds and grass and all this they're growing together. It is much more healthier, but you have to remember that farming is like a human selected species that human likes, and they try to plant those, and they are not naturally surviving plants. They are pretty much like easily taken over by weeds. Weeds are very strong. Weeds goes everywhere, and overshadowing all those crops because they are much stronger, covering all the crops, vegetables, and so they destroy those things. So yeah, that you have to think about. If you want to eat a delicious vegetable, you really have to control it, and that's another um, the human's task to do so. And I think that's kind of interesting topics because when I do this, the first thing is a joy of just growing the vegetable, but then again, all of a sudden, I realizing how difficult it is to grow good vegetables because those are pretty much not naturally surviving species. Therefore, it's a weak species, and also it is not indigenous to the area. Weather-wise, all these things you have to control. And that's why people establish the greenhouses, all these hydroponics, and all these things. So, yeah, lots of things to learn. But I have been eating this vegetable. Now I'm gonna start to eat this, even the holes and everything. I'm gonna start to eat Shanghai bok choy. This is my most favorite vegetable. Stir fry, very nice. So I'm gonna try to harvest. And already I bought the seeds for fall seeding. So like middle of August, I have to seed Shanghai bok choy again, as well as the other daikon radish. I'm going to seed also late August, so that it's going to keep until November or something like that. Yeah, so yeah, that's the failure and success of my vegetable garden. Yeah. Okay, bye.